screen, and we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild CenturyLink field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Cam Newton and the New England Patriots. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Second and 4.
Second and 4. Here's Carson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Lamar Miller, the ball.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Second down and 5. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Russell Wilson.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Patriots take over
at their own 36-yard line.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Sony Michel comes out of a long line of terrific running backs from the University of Georgia and was a first-round selection for New England in 2018. He does not mind carrying the football, never turns down an opportunity. Top 10 in rushing attempts in the league in 2019.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
And there's a nice catch there by Julian Edelman, and he's going to be a reliable target no matter who's playing quarterback. Topped 1,000 yards receiving for the 3rd time last season. I just love his story. College quarterback to one of the top slot receivers in the NFL.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the handoff, it's Michel. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brings up 2nd and 9 on the Seahawks' 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw, Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bruce Irvin in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So now after the sack, Cam and the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now the second-year punter, Jake Bailey, on for New England. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Here we go, Check, crunch. Run that. Check.
Now it's Carson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go. Check. Mike's by 4. Stay with your man. Break this side. Good.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Tighten up. He's coming. We got double up.
This is Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
With no
good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Check 24, check 24, check 52, check.
They'll try to run with Carson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
You can fall or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch. Hey, 0. Come on. I'll go special. Check. Hey, alert 3. 36.
They'll try to run this one in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Lockett.
Tyler Lockett. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Patriots nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
47-yard line.
Check. 20.
Out of the gun, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Newton took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
For the Patriots.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Forced out to his left, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
One thing about the Seattle Seahawks offense, they are a run-first group, but when they throw the ball, they want to throw it downfield and sting defenses. And Philip Dorsett provides great speed and a good target downfield in order to get that done. Nice catch there. His speed adds an extra dimension to the Seahawks offense.
On first down, Carson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Now Carson fumbles the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They run it with Carson, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. From Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Patriots nothing. Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work?
It's a foot race. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
New England.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Marquise Lee there to make the grab. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Nick Folk for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Patriots 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They go play action now. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
What a great rookie campaign in 2019 for DK Metcalf, who came in with high expectations, was actually upset that he went in the second round, not the first round, but quickly proved everyone wrong who didn't take him prior. 900 yards receiving, 7 touchdowns, and looks exactly like a Seattle Seahawks receiver is supposed to look. Big, strong, physical, and catches all the contested passes downfield.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. Pushing his way inside the 40. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 4.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Patriots 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Newton. He gets it to James White. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
1st down, New England.
Mike, here we go. Right there to 3. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Bird on the return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A big-time run there by Sony Michel. 49 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Hey, watch the slant. Kill.
On third down, Carson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards the pickup. First down, Seattle.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. It's Carson. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
Go time, baby.
And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Newton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. L.J. Collier. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now after the sack, Cam and the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, Newton looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Able to get this to Gordon. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard pick.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Now Wilson. Setting up the screen for Miller. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
A yard.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
7.
On first down, Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Patriots' 22-yard line.
2nd and 11 now.
Touch 50, touch 50. Run left, run left. SOS. Hey, hey.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield. The touchdown.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. Completes it to Lee. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, Newton looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he's got room. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 50 yards. yards, and the Seahawks add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. On first down, Newton. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Newton on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They snap it to Newton. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He lets, and this will be caught at the 30.
You don't want nothing, get them.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
I got you, son. I got you, son. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Now Newton on first down. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Step, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bruce serving. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line.
Is a turnover on downs.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A 1st down carry now for Miller. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Being chased out left, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. The extra point now coming from Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 56, Patriots 13. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo
exactly.
going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
2nd and 10.
Right there, 56. I don't even know why this team showed up.
To throw again. Newton. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Lee. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. A shotgun snap for Newton. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're running it. It's Michel. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Newton. Flush to his right. He'll run it. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. On 1st and 10, Newton. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Catch is made by Harry. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, it's Newton. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Get in the weight room. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the out, watch the out.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll set them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. To the air again, Newton. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
3rd down and 15.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Newton throwing again. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for N'Keal Harry. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Final score,
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that.